welcome to what will be the final show of the Benchwarmers for 2024. I'm joined for the final time, my co-host Brad Bain. One last dance at the show, prelim final to wrap up, the Hall of Fame and the Feel Good fill-up, and a big grand final between Williston and Angaston to preview. This show's got it all.
It's bittersweet, Matt, these shows every year. It's obviously the last one that we'll share together for a good 7 months or so. But yes, it's got everything, and I hope the camera's charged back there because this hook in. We could be hooking in.
I have seen the run sheet, and it might be a long little show and a long feel-good fill-up and a Hall of Fame as well. But I don't want to spoil that. And Brad, for the final time, we've got to thank all of our sponsors, especially the Exchange Hotel, who helps the show go to air each and every week. Along with all of our partners, we look forward to seeing you all Friday at the Barossa and like grand final luncheon at the Nixon Centre. So can't wait to have a beer and talk some smack with them there, Brad. But thank you for all your support. Now let's have a quick break, get into the Feel Good Fill-Up Hall of Fame. All right, let's get into the final feel-good fill-up. It's the Hall of Fame. Some prestigious names already in the Hall of Fame, Brad. I'll let you hand over to that. But first, we've got to thank our sponsor of the segment, Rejuvenate Sports and Remedial Therapy. You've been a big supporter of the show this year. As you can see, we're down at their facility tonight, and Brad, a great supporter of the show. So thank you again to you, Brad, for all your support, and take us away with the Hall of Fame.
Yes, Matt, it's again bittersweet, as I said, because this is where it all comes to an end for the season as well. The Feel Good Fill-Up, as everyone knows, if they're tuning in for the first time, which I'm sure they're not, Matt, they've been tuning in for years. So, but we're delivering the positive news. We're always just trying to drown out the negativity that we get thrown upon us from the media these days, Matt. It's always about kicking everyone while they're down, but not us at the Feel Good Fill-Up. We are here each and every year, Chook, one lucky recipient of the Feel Good Fill-Up nominees. They get etched into the Hall of Fame. So they've got to be nominated throughout the year, through the 20-odd weeks we've just had. And a couple shout-outs for this year, not the winners, a couple shout-outs. Peter Malinauskas for Gather Round, the Suncorp Super Netball, the Live Golf, all the success around that, and he's just a superstar. And an ex-winner is already in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly,
so
dual nomination.
Mentioned as well, but no, he hasn't this year. We've had a big year. Donna Jean Wild, the 58-year-old, recorded a 4.5-hour plank, if you don't mind. So she set the world record. She's had a big run. And the Japanese researchers as well linking watching sport with improving your physical and mental health. That was a fantastic study, that one as well. But Chook, there can only be one winner, and we'll get there in a second, because we're going to start with third place for the year. And that was the Hawthorn Football Club. Comes in third for this year. So they are, just for everything they've done this year, they've made footy fun again for me. Sometimes footy's a little bit serious, a little bit rigid. Jack Ginnivan and the troops down there, they've made footy fun. I know you're a massive fan of Hawks.
Well, how good was Friday night? I know they didn't get the chocolates, but they were just it was enjoyable, wasn't it? And Ken thought so post-game as well, so well done to the Hawks.
That's right, mate. Yes, he did. He gave a bit of encouragement, didn't he? In second spot, Matt, another one, and he is stiff to miss this fella. I know he'll be licking his wounds, and that goes to Snoop Dogg. He had a massive year over at the Olympics in Paris, and just like Hawthorn made footy fun, Snoop Dogg, he was making the Olympics fun and giving it that light-hearted touch, as we know he comes to give us. Yeah,
he did. He loved the equestrian, he loved the beach volleyball. So
all of it.
Well done to Snoop.
It was fantastic. But Chook, there could only be one winner this year, and going down in the Hall of Fame is none other than Louis Escobar. That is right. The Californian cross-country high school running coach. He came up with a program for his runners. I think this was back in round 1 or 2. It was a long time ago. Came up with a program for his runners to pair up with dogs at a dog adoption shelter. It saw a massive spike in dog adoptions over in California, a massive spike in their success as a cross-country team. And after that, lots of other schools over in America have been following suit and seeing all these dogs get rescued from shelters and kids being healthier. So I reckon back then, I think I nearly teared up back in round 3. So I've held it together today. And I actually went the early crow then. I went back and watched the tape, and he was actually, I went the early crow and called him a Hall of Fame nominee back then. So only fitting. Only
fitting as well. And not only would Louis be thrilled that his story's made it to Australia and you've shared his story, but you've had some people piggyback onto the back of the story and retell it as well.
Yes, Matt. Calling it upon wherever you need it. Feel good stories going into footy games and whatnot as well. Whatever gets the troops going, and it's fantastic. I'm sure we might be able to arrange a massage, maybe Banksy, Brad.
Yes,
Brad, might be able to arrange a massage.
We'll pay for it.
Yeah. If he comes over here, pops into Adelaide, he might get a free massage.
Yeah,
Brad.
bit of acupuncture as well. I think Brad does that. So
cupping as well.
Cupping, fantastic. So well done to Louis. He joins an elusive list of past recipients, Brad, at Darcy Brown, Dean Cutting.
Yeah, Peter Malinauskas, and actually the Marmalade lads last year, they were a joint winner.
Were they?
Well, yes, they're a joint winner with Peter Malinauskas.
Changing footy.
Yes. It's a big crop. We'll have to get them all over for dinner one day.
Bloody oath. It'll be a good dinner table, that's for sure. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in. We've had a lot of fun with the Feel Good Fill Up each and every week. And thank you to Rejuvenate Sports and Remedial Therapy. When we come back, let's get to the prelim final from the weekend. All right, let's take a look at the prelim final from the weekend. It was Tanunda taking on Angaston. Tanunda 7-6-48, defeated by Angaston 10-14-74. We knew Tanunda were going to be up against it. The injuries were just mounting up. No Linky. Vice captain was suspended. Everything was just against the Pies on the weekend. Coming up a red-hot Angaston.
That's right. Angaston were the informed team, and adding to that, it was Voigt and Sutcliffe and that went out the week before, and Cowham also didn't get up as well. So, finals, Matt, they're hard to win. Grand finals are bloody hard to win. You can be the best team all year, but you do need a lot of luck to go your way as well. And unfortunately for Tanunda, they had their backs up against it for the last few weeks of the year. We know they were doing it tough, but Angaston, they still had to come out and be a quality outfit and get the job done. They were a point up at quarter time, Matt, in a windy day at Williston, 23 points up at half time, and that was just about the game. 21 points at three-quarter time and 26 to finish off. So Angaston, they're a class act. For them, it was Steve Summerton. As we do, we watch the live stream and also try to get some reports from around the grounds. And it was Steve Summerton kept coming up in everyone's names. He was an absolute star on the weekend. Kuturski second best for them, and Corcoran third best. Goals there, sharing it around with Durden, Summerton, and Ben and Tony with 2 goals each. I heard a little rumour he might have had to do a little number on Linky if he did pop up for a game. But,
good matchup for him.
Yes, but Linky obviously didn't, so he went up forward and kicked a couple of snags for them. For Tanunda, it was Westhoff, best on ground, Calhoun, second best, arguably best and very influential for him. And May, third best for them, and for goals for Tanunda, Guilfoy 3 and Calhoun 2. He had a massive day. I think you said he might have needed to kick 4 or 5 to be a chance, and he obviously got stuck to 2, but obviously had a massive day. Yeah, well,
when they've had so much talent, that Tanunda side, and so much of their top end missing with injury. You talk about those names, they're blokes that have played league footy, not there. So that definitely hurts, which means a lot more of the attention goes to Calhoun. So look, a gallant effort by the Pies. They've been fantastic this year. As for the Panthers, talk about Steve Summerton. I believe I saw something the other day. He hasn't won a premiership.
Yeah, Petey Argent.
Pete Argent.
I think he's been in 3 or 4, and he's obviously a star of SA footy in general. So it'd be nice to watch that and get the cup coming home. 2
with Port. I think one was 1 point, one was 4 points. So with under a goal, so there's nothing more heartbreaking. So he'll be looking to put a big performance in. He's obviously not getting any younger Samo, but not that his footy says that, but he'll be looking to do everything he can to make sure the Panthers win on the weekend, and I'm looking forward to watching that.
That's right, mate. I can't wait to digest it. But one other member, Angaston, welcome back, was Tommy Ryan as well, back from a little ankle. So he came back in, and they're just about at full strength, minus Jaden Anthony and maybe a couple others. But they are just about at full strength. And like I said, you just need luck, call it what you want. They've got the momentum going, and they've got all the right troops on the park. And we will not steal the next segment, Matt, because I know we'll digest that properly for next week. We are. I think we take a quick break and get into the grand final preview between Williston and Angaston. So we're going to thank our sponsors and come back and have a look at this week. All right, the big moment of the year, the BL&G Grand Final, and what a year it's been to get to this point, Brad. We've had exciting games, the ladder so tight all year, and we get our 2 best teams in the comp
Williston and Angaston, who both spent time outside of the four, Brad.
They did, Matt. I think, as you said, I think at some point in the year they were sitting fifth, and we were talking about, are they going to be the unlucky team that misses out? And here we are. 2
grand final sides. So it's 2:20 Saturday at Tanunda. We'll throw to Tim Noonan, our weatherman. What are we expecting on Saturday, Brad?
Yes, we've had some good weekends leading up to this one, but it's not going to be as nice on the weekend, Matt. We are looking at an 80% chance of 0 to 5 mils. So who knows? They've given us a big goalpost because 0 mils is quite a dry day, but 80% chance of 5 mils is, we are 6 days out. So cut the Bureau of Meteorology and Tim Noonan some slack. Bit of wind around as well and rain the couple days leading up. So I think this could be boggy.
It'll be interesting to see who it suits. So I'm not quite sure who it does suit because both teams have their superstars, which will be happy to play in either conditions, but both teams are also got their young guns that probably prefer a dry day. So I'm not sure if the wet conditions would suit one team or another.
No, I absolutely agree, Matt. It's they've got the hard nuts that are up for the fight, but they've also got the class on the outside as well. Looking back though, Matt, we've obviously had 2 looks at them this year, back in round 9 and round 18. Round 9, it was Angaston 7-14-56 over the top of Williston 7-3-45, just 11 points there. It was our boy Steve Southerton best on ground and Jay Shannon 2 goals, some experienced heads there. For Williston that day, it was Brodie Cormack best and Nick Lehman 3 goals. So since then, obviously Lehman's unfortunately done the knee and they've been hunting for avenues to goal since then. Round 18, it was Angaston again, 13-10-88 over the top of Williston, 12-9-81. Not to read too much into the scoreline there, Williston were very happy just to keep second spot if they didn't concede more than 4 or 5 goals with that one was the wash up of that. So you probably can't draw too much from the second one there. Maybe Williston had a little bit left in the tank in a strange circumstance. What we know, it's been close battles though. In round 18 for Angaston, it was Shepherd best and Rusker 4 goals. For Williston, it was Mackenzie best and Waldhooter was their solution to goals with 5.
There's a lot of big names in those games, isn't it? And it's going to be a battle of 2 very, very big teams, 2 teams with very big names. So a lot of Sandful games on the park. I don't know what the maths is, but there's be a lot of league football games on the park on Saturday, which is going to be exciting to watch. But I'm not sure which way this goes, Brad. It's going to be, as I said, 2 big midfield battles. Hoskin, Mackenzie, Earlham with Somerton. You wonder if they'll throw Jay Shannon through there. They've got Corcoran, these types as well. It's going to be a serious contest, and I don't know which way to tip.
Up for Angaston. You'll be looking to get busy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which way to tip. Which way are you going?
I am. And this is tough. It is tough, as you said. I'm going with Williston in a nail biter. And for me, Izzy Mackenzie best on. I think he is just a big-time player. He's a line breaker. He gets lots of it. He'll probably end up with a couple of goals as well. I think, Williston in a nail biter, but that's no disrespect to Angaston either.
No, well, we spoke about Steve Somerton and not winning grand finals, and see, I know Williston coach Damien Herzick very well, and he's won in 2014 as a coach of all essentials, so 10 years since will be a good omen, but I know he's always talked about, he's had his moments where he hasn't, grand finals haven't gone his way, so I'm also backing his luck to change and a Williston win, and I reckon Justin Hoskin will kick 4 and be the best player on the ground. I think this is the moment that you come and you're the big recruit and you get paid to stand up, and I think Hosco will do just that, and I'm going to go with the Donnybrooks by 5 points and Hosco to turn it on and have a big one. So
I don't mind it, Matt. What I don't like is when we agree too much on the show. They are both 2 good players, and Williston are a quality outfit, but this should be an absolute cracker.
It's going to be a cracker. We've got the grand final luncheon on Friday, where we've already got Damien Herzick confirmed talking from the Williston Footy Club, and Jack Miles, the captain of Angaston. We are working on hopefully a couple more, and we'll be able to confirm that. But that's set to be a great day and a great lead into what will be a fantastic grand final on Saturday. So thank you, Brad, for all your time this year.
Thanks, Matt. Been an absolute
Been a pleasure.
Don't tear up.
No, I won't tear up. 6 months of not talking to my mate again, though, might
Yes.
hurt, but
Check
we'll
in
make
for
sure
round one next year.
we will, absolutely. And thank you to everyone that's tuned in and watched us each and every week. We have a lot of fun doing the show and talking about Barossa footy. So thank you to you, thank you to our sponsors, and good luck to everyone participating in their grand finals on the weekend.